Okay, y'all, we're going to go ahead and solve on this one 32 and 33, which will give you a chance to, actually I'm going to solve 32 and 34, which will give you a chance to solve 33 and 35 on your own. So let's go ahead and start with this. This is that weird stuff that we're going to need. We're going to need the negative b over 2a. Do you remember that? We kind of did a little bit, and then we have to take that and plug it back in to the original equation, which looks like this. This is that weird math notation. Don't panic, y'all. Meaning we're going to take this, we're going to find this x value, and then we're going to turn around and plug it back into the original equation. So that's what we're dealing with. And remember, h comma k is our vertex, right? And then our h is equal to this little sucker right here. Which, by the way, I think I need to put a cheat sheet up on the wall for this, because this is a lot to memorize. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and start this information. I have an a information, this equation. I have an a, which is a 3. I have a b, which is a negative 6. Be cool with that. And then I have a 2a, which is a what? A 6. All right, let's do this. I'm going to go ahead and switch colors to blue now. And here we go. So I'm trying to find my h. So my h equals negative. Y'all, when it's in the equation, when it's hard written there, you're going to always write that negative in there. Now I have a b, which also happens to be negative, which is the whole point. And all you people out there who are like, oh, I'm just doing it in my head, just spare me and show me the two negative signs, please. And then we have 2a, which is 6. Remember what happens? A negative and a negative turns into a positive. I must have answered that question yesterday at least 7 times. I'm not kidding. I answered it 7 times where people had no idea that negative turns into a positive. Y'all, I don't know what I'm supposed to do for y'all. If after all this time, even in my class, you don't know that a negative turns into a positive. If you don't know that yet, like, we are in trouble. So, and again, I answered it a lot yesterday. That ends up being 6 divided by 6 is 1. So, for my vertex, I'm starting off with my 1 comma, and remember our axis of symmetry is always going to be x equals h. So in this case, it's going to be x equals 1, so we're almost there. Now I'm going to go ahead and solve for k. K is equal to, here we go, are you ready? We have to take that 1 and plug it into our equation. So 3 times 1 squared minus 6 times 1. Oh my God, mister, where are you getting these numbers? Oh my goodness, I can't see them. I'm going to go right back here, and I'm going to make you read the problem, since we're working on problem 32, and you're going to read those numbers. There's your 3, there's your negative 6, there's your negative 30. That's where I'm getting those numbers. That's what it means to plug in a number into an equation. You plug it back in where x's are. Now, moving on, 3 times 1 squared. 1 squared is 1 times 3 is 3, minus this 6, and then minus this 30. So I have 3 minus 6, which is negative 3, minus 30 is negative 33. And that is my k. So we have our negative 33 right here. And we have ourselves our vertex, which is fantastic. Now here's a fun part that is kind of like, oh my God, what is the y-intercept? The y-intercept, y'all, is, let's say this is not the exact shape of this, this graph, right? But the y-intercept, let's just say it looked like this. My graph, right? Meow, meow. Let's say it looked like that. The y-intercept is this number right here. It's where it intercepts right there on the y-axis. And how do you find it? You literally go and you look at the only number that doesn't have a letter. In this case, this is the y-intercept. Badoom. See how easy that was? 30. Now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to work on 33 as well, because I think you'll need more examples of this stuff. But if you want to try to work 33 without my help, then go for it. Let's go ahead and get this thing started. I'm going to move into my AB2A thing. So I have my A, my B, my 2A. My A is negative 2, my B is 8, and my 2A is negative 4. So I'm going to go ahead and find my H. My H is equal to negative B over 2A, negative B over 2A, which is negative 4. Oh, yeah, I got it. I'm good. I'm like, did I mess up my negatives? No, I did not. Over negative 4, which gives me 2, which means that my vertex is going to start off as 2 comma something. And And remember, my axis of symmetry is always x equals h, which in this case is going to be my 2. So we have that down. Now what I want to do is I want to solve for k. I'm going to switch to blue for k. So we're going to take that number 2 and we're going to plug it back in. K equals negative 2 times 2 squared plus 8 times 2 plus 27. Negative 2, let's see, 2 squared is 4, so I have a negative 2 times a 4 plus a 16, because 8 times 2 is 16 plus 27. Negative 2 times 4 is negative 8 plus 16 plus 27. So negative 8 plus 16 is positive 8 plus 27 gives us 35. Now, some of y'all can do that with a calculator in one stroke. Go for it, but some need to see it worked out like that. So there we have our vertex, our axis of symmetry. Our y-intercept is the easy, fun part. It's just this dangling number right here. Our y-intercept is that. And there we go. Boom. And we're good.